1919. On the day of Baisakhi, April 13, 1919, thousands gathered at Jallianwala Bagh. This wasn't just any ordinary day. It was Baisakhi, one of the most significant festivals celebrated in the state of Punjab, marking the harvest of the rabi crops. The air was thick with the scent of celebration and anticipation. Baisakhi holds a special place in the hearts of the Sikhs as it also commemorates the formation of the Khalsa Panth under Guru Gobind Singh in 1699. It was a day of joy, a day of community, a day where differences were set aside and unity was celebrated. And so Jallianwala Bagh, a public garden in Amritsar, became the epicenter of this celebration. Families flocked to the garden, children ran about playing, men discussed politics and farming, women chatted about their daily lives and shared laughs. The atmosphere was one of peace and harmony. Why Jallianwala Bagh, you might ask? The Bagh was a large, open space surrounded by walls on all sides with a few narrow entrances, making it an ideal spot for large public gatherings. On this particular day, the gathering was not only about Baisakhi but also to peacefully protest the repressive Rowlatt Act imposed by the British colonial government. The crowd that day was a microcosm of India itself. It included men, women, and children from different walks of life, different religions, and varying age groups. They were all united by a common cause, a peaceful protest against injustice, and a shared joy in the festival of Baisakhi. The air was filled with the aroma of food, the sound of laughter, and the hum of conversation. There was a palpable sense of camaraderie, of community, of shared joy, and shared purpose. But amidst the laughter and festivities, there was an undercurrent of tension, a sense of unease, a looming shadow that was about to cast its darkness on the unsuspecting crowd. Unaware of the horror that was about to unfold, the crowd was enjoying the Baisakhi festivities. As the day progressed, the unexpected happened. Brigadier General Reginald Dyer, a man whose name would forever be etched in the annals of history, arrived at Jallianwala Bagh with 50 of his troops. With a chilling resolve, Dyer ordered his men to position themselves at the only entrance to the park, effectively blocking any means of escape for the thousands gathered within. The air, once filled with the sounds of peaceful protests and the hum of camaraderie, was abruptly shattered by the deafening roar of gunfire. Dyer's troops, without warning, began to fire into the crowd. It was a deliberate act of brutality designed to instill fear and exert control. The bullets rained down on the unarmed crowd, causing pandemonium. People scattered in all directions, desperate to escape the hailstorm of bullets. The screams of terror and the cries for mercy were drowned out by the relentless gunfire. Men, women, and children fell where they stood, while others were trampled in the ensuing chaos. The well in the center of the park became a beacon of false hope, as some tried to jump into it to escape the bullets, only to meet a different kind of end. Dyer's troops continued to fire, not stopping until they had exhausted their ammunition. The once peaceful gathering had turned into a horrific scene of massacre. The park, moments ago a symbol of peaceful resistance, was now a blood-soaked testament to the ruthless violence of colonial power. Brigadier General Dyer, with a chilling lack of remorse, later stated that he had intended to produce a moral effect, to create a feeling of terror and awe in the minds of the local population. He had succeeded, but at a terrible cost. In just 10 minutes, Jallianwala Bagh was turned into a horrific scene of massacre. The echoes of that dreadful day continue to reverberate through history, a chilling reminder of the price of freedom and the horrors of colonial rule. The aftermath of the Jallianwala Bagh massacre was as significant as the event itself. The immediate aftermath laid bare the chilling reality of the event. An estimated 1,000 lives were lost, and countless more were left injured, their lives irrevocably altered. Families were torn apart, and the community was left in a state of shock and mourning. In the days that followed, martial law was imposed, further tightening the grip of British rule on the Indian populace. This was a time of curfews, censorship, and severe restrictions on civil liberties, adding to the prevailing atmosphere of fear and repression. Yet the massacre did not go unnoticed on the global stage. The actions of General Dyer, the man responsible for the tragic event, were met with widespread condemnation. His tactics were seen as brutal and excessive, even by some of his contemporaries. This global outcry led to Dyer's removal from duty, signaling a small yet significant victory for the Indian people. However, the true impact of the Jallianwala Bagh massacre lies in its role as a catalyst for change. It triggered a wave of nationalist sentiment, igniting the spark of resistance among the Indian people. The event served as a grim reminder of the oppressive colonial rule, galvanizing the nation's struggle for independence. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre was a turning point in India's struggle for freedom. Its legacy continues to resonate, serving as a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made in the pursuit of liberty. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre was a dark day in history that left an indelible mark on India's journey to independence. This tragic event, set in the volatile backdrop of colonial rule, unfolded brutally on an ill-fated day in April of 1919. The massacre and its aftermath, rife with pain and resilience, catalyzed India's struggle for freedom. Remembering the Jallianwala Bagh massacre is not just about revisiting a painful past, but also about understanding the price paid for the freedoms we enjoy today.